Hello, what's happening everybody, and welcome to Game 2 of Evil Geniuses versus NIP, or Ninjas in Pajamas. We're going to be casting some Dotapit League, Season number 3. EG took Game 1 rather convincingly, and now we're going to be heading into the second game of a Best of 2 series. Unfortunately, not only Best of 2 and not Best of 3, but nevertheless, we're going to make do with what we got. We're going to be heading into this game with the Troll Band, immediately followed up by Sniper and Mr. Storm Spirit.
Remaining.
And EG deciding on their next band.
5 seconds remaining.
Of course, I think this might be a respect band out from Ninjas in Pajamas.
Reserve
Just
time.
towards B-Rabbit, he had a very, very good Storm mid. He did die a lot later on, but it just created more space for Fear to farm, as he was the Spectre last game. But yeah, B-Rabbit had a lot of success with that Storm Spirit, and that's probably what they're looking to counter, or at least try to get rid of. And Shen now banned out from Evil Geniuses, so they won't use him this time. Howie 2000 Shen, also a lot of success on him. Very quick farm, and they're actually NIP. They're going to be picking up the IO. Wondering if they're going to be pulling out their combo immediately, if they're going to be going to old meta, old school, and going IO tiny, or what they're exactly going to do. But they have the IO in store, so they have a lot of options with them as of right now. A lot of different things you can actually do with this guy as of right now. EG, about 13 seconds. Off their regular pick time, they are up with double pick, which means that they might be going for some kind of combo, maybe showing off a support or two, or a jungler or something like that. Just making sure to keep NIP in the dark of their strategy. That's what they did last game. They didn't draft in mid and core, or mid and carry, until the last 2 picks. They just kept NIP so much in the dark that they didn't know what they were up against. That's what EG are probably looking to do this time. They are discussing it rather intensely, what they're going to be picking up here. And they're going to go for the Sand King. That's beautiful. I'm actually really excited to see this. This means a lot of team fights, so we're going to be having a lot of action this game with the beautiful Epicenter. He's gotten a lot more into this meta. Once again, I really love Sand King. I love his team fight potential, and we're going to be having the Lina pickup as well. Big time pickup here from EG. Absolutely amazing Lina. I adore Lina without that. Get your mind out of the gutter, guys. Just without having that sound, you know, like too weird or anything like that. Of course, the tiny combo out from NIP. No EG ban. They could have pick banned him if they felt like it, but you know, then again, I think they've actually got still a very good shot at taking him down. They do have the Lina with the burst damage to either remove the IO or just take a significant amount of health off the Tiny and stun lock him in place. Batriner and Axe are also banned out, so some respect being shown both ways.
10 seconds remaining.
But yeah, Tiny IO, we all know him, and now EG, they're going to try to counter it as best as possible. It is hella difficult, extraordinarily difficult, but they're gonna do it nevertheless. Actually, I faced this Void ban out. If EG were gonna go for the Void, I would expect a Witch Doctor first pick. But, you know, that's what NIP actually, you know, that's what they think that's gonna happen. I'm not entirely positive that was what EG was going for, but he's out of the picture nevertheless. They did have a lot of success running the Witch Doctor last time up against the, basically everybody. EG actually banning out the Beastmaster Universe Hero last game. Had some success, not a whole lot of success in lane. He actually got killed off quite a bit up in the off lane, but later on, once he started getting off his roars and getting the bow and everything. Oh, Magnus. Ooh. That switches up your lanes a little bit. There's the potential of Magnus mid. Or Lina, and Rubik immediately picked up, and actually a straight up Juggernaut pick. They knew exactly what they were going to do, and hopefully, I'm actually excited if this is going to be a Fear pickup, or Fear Juggernaut they're going to be running. Night Stalker also coming out, very quick succession here, but yeah, Magnus immediately countered by Rubik, and then Rubik immediately countered by Juggernaut, and then Night Stalker to try to deal with the Juggernaut, but I don't know if that's actually going to happen, because
10 seconds
as soon as Juggernaut gets Night Stalker on his own, he's gonna demolish him.
5 seconds remaining.
Unless the Crippling Fear kicks in first.
Reserve time.
Unless the Crippling Fear. But that's of course a real possibility. You know, when you're playing up with the pro teams, he's gonna land that 9 out of 10 times. And Juggernaut is gonna be unable to do anything. Unless he can get the Blade Fury off in time. The Blade Fury. The Blade Fury. But yeah, this actually makes the lane kind of interesting. You can go for a support Lina with the mid Magnus. You can go for an off-lane Magnus with the mid Lina. Possibly Sand King. He'll be supporting Juggernaut for the first time being, and then rotating into the jungle to get the quick Aghanim Scepter.
Radiant team, ban.
I'm kind of excited to see what they're actually going to do. E.g. banning out the Viper. Showing a lot of respect towards him. No, that's Jonathan fan. Had an amazing Viper up against the game that they played before, 2 games before this one.
10 seconds.
Up against
remaining.
Asus Pro, I think it was. He had an absolutely incredible Viper. Was very, very good at dealing with the Phantom Lancer, but in the end, you know, late game just kind of kicked in, and Phantom Lancer just became too big for him. Too much of a mouthful. But last ban out here, NIP. Who we're gonna be seeing? Who we're not gonna be seeing was what I was gonna say. There are a lot of possibilities here. That's why they're probably taking a bit of time. They are expecting probably that they have that they're actually gonna run the Lina support in the Magnus, maybe as a mid, something like that. They are at least banning out the Queen of Pain, which of course also has 2 possibilities. Of course, both being in the off lane and not in the mid. So I'd say rather solid ban, but showing a bit of weakness. They don't know what EG are going to be doing with this. NIP's lineup is pretty clear. You're going to run the Tiny Rubik, the Tiny Rubik IO. They may be having the Night Stalker mid for that quick level 1 Knight. Or not level 1 Knight. For that quick 4-minute Knight, so you can actually get out there and do some damage. Or you could run him in the off lane with the Rubik support and just have the tiny IO bottom. They also have that possibility. EG are going to be going for the Vengeful Spirit, and that's actually kind of interesting. That sets up the Juggernaut really, really well. Plus, it gives him the damage aura, so he does even more damage. But yeah, they also have the Empower for Juggernaut, which means he has Cleave, so his farm is going to be absolutely ridiculous. They have a lot of backup on him. And they're probably going to be running this core, and they have good supports as well. Sand King to kind of keep him alive with the stuns. Lina to keep everybody off, and Dragon Slave.
5 seconds.
LSA. Laguna Blade. They have so much to keep him off his back, and they can also swap Juggernaut out. So they're going to be basing their entire lineup around this Juggernaut. As NIP, last hero, what are they looking for? They're probably looking for mid. I'm not expecting them to run Night Stalker mid. Because the Knight kicks in very, very early, and if he doesn't win his lane, he's basically useless until Knight number 2. And they're going to be going for the puck. Exactly what I thought. Could be an offlane puck, but I'm expecting a mid puck. Yep, Jonathan fan. Oh, this is actually rather interesting. I think Limp is their mid player as far as I know. But yeah, we're going to be having a Rabbit on the Magnus, so he will be going for that mid lane Universe. Off lane Sand King, actually. As far as I can tell. As he is their off laner. So they might dual lane Lina Vengeful Spirit down in that bottom lane with the Juggernaut, with possibly Fear Juggernaut. I could see that happen. But yeah, they're just going to be loading in here in a second so we can get this absolutely incredible game on the way. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready for some Dota. Load in. Come on. Come on.
10 seconds remaining.
Yes, we're waiting. We know. We gotta get into the game. Come on, EG. Out 2000 on the Lina, so it's gonna be your support Lina. And apparently, Directed Camera wanted to take over. It does that sometimes. There it is. But we will have B-Rabbit on your Magnus, Universe on his good old Sand King, out 2000 on the Lina. And they're going to be rotating straight for that bottom lane. Try to secure that Ward Fear using the very, very neat Dota Cinema set. Looks absolutely incredible. And they're going to be rotating for that top rune, together with the PPD. And, yeah, we're getting some Swedish stuff out. Limp just popping down the dot. And Fear writing good luck. As the IO is actually going to be backing up Jonas and Fan for now. Might just want to try to give the Tiny a bit of a grand old time. Solo time in lane. So they could run the puck on the off lane. He has gone for that bottom lane there, so they might run the puck safe lane just to kind of mess up the lanes. And then run the Night Stalker as a core farmer. Have the Tiny go mid. That would be a really, really weird lineup. But then again, you never really know how Tiny fits into a lineup. They have a lot of options with him, but you know, that actually looks like a kind of a mid build. Because he doesn't have any armor, so he's very, very prone to harass. That's what the Stout Shield counters. It looks like it will actually go mid. Hanskin will join him there in the middle lane, so we will have Jonas and Fan and Seal Kid taking up the top lane on the Rubik and the Night Stalker as Era and Hanskin taking up that middle lane, and we will have Limp going on the puck on the safe lane here. Up against Mr. Universe and Aoi 2000, so they're only going to be running dual lanes this time. Fear will be taking PPD top, and there's a lot of kill potential in that with the single target stun, and especially when you have a bit of a squishy Rubik and a Night Stalker who's not really any good before the first night. There's a lot of potential in that. And Fear, he is harassed off immediately. On mid lane, even Puck, he's actually dropping low very, very fast, and that's the danger of it. As long as the phase shift and the orb is not that high level, or just a phase shift basically, that's going to mean problems. And Fear is pausing. They are on European servers as far as I know. Yeah, that should be the server actually. That's in a bit of problems because Jonas and Fan is having and Hanskin are having a bit of lag as well, so it should be server side. It should not be their connection. But yeah, Jonas and Fan are going to be eating up a tango here, or he's spending the first one. PPD will do the same as the rotations come out on bottom lane. They really got a lot on this puck as of right now. She does have a very, very good escape on middle lane though. Rabbit, I'm actually surprised he's doing as well as he is right now, just bottle crowing like a boss. There in the middle lane. Era, of course, taking the last hits. He is expected to win that middle lane. Not in the experience portion, but on the gold portion. And he's actually not winning by much. Up in the top lane, everything is actually looking kind of calm here. This bottom lane, there's a lot of gank potential as well with the Bow Strike into the Light Strike Array, into maybe a Dragon Slave or something like that. Jonas and Fan is going to be rotating around. There's not long until the first night. It's a 4-minute, so we're about halfway there. That's when we're going to be seeing some action coming up from this Night Stalker.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I do expect something to happen at bottom lane at some point, just because of the sheer stun potential. Maybe a rotation in from PPD, leaving Fear alone. He should be able to handle that, as long as it's not nighttime. Plus, he does have the Blade Fury. But yeah, the pull coming up from PPD. They want to secure a bit of safe farm here. And actually, First Blood going on the middle lane. Hanskin is going to take a kill and going to take a double kill here. Oh, the IO doing work, taking out both the Magnus and the Lina. Maybe a bit of a failed rotation there for the rune out from B Rabbit, and that's definitely going to slow him down, giving up a double kill to an IO. So he's fine for the next, I don't know, very, very long time. It is a Zone of Shadows there. Jonas and Fan, they're getting cockiness off the back of that. I mean, Seal Kid, they're looking for something down that bottom lane. That makes that kill on the puck even more crucial, so Aoi can actually get back up to speed. He's not even level 2 yet. But Universe farming like a boss in this core Sand King as it's turned into. On the middle lane again. Oh, catching out Era, but the toss back. Not really going to mount to anything unless those little spirits there actually do a bit of damage. Not enough though. But yeah, Limp really working that phase shift. Trying to get around Always harass. Rubik. Mr. Seal Kid Fear, he's just farming up for now. Not exactly doing good up against the Night Stalker, but they have been harassed a lot, and with nighttime kicking in, he's got to be even more careful. Especially, actually, B Rabbit has to be as well, because it does open up some rotation time from the Night Stalker. He almost has. If he'd had his phase boots by now, he would have been, you know, in great shape. But then again, it's hard to farm more than 15 last hits that long, and he's just going to go straight for PPD as soon as nighttime kicks in. Not going to waste any seconds, but he might pay for his own life. The stun is going to come out, and he's going to go down. Fear taking that kill over. Way too much aggression out from excuse me, Jonathan fan. I think had he waited, maybe just a little bit, try to see if he could farm up those boots. You know, you are wasting a minute of nighttime, but if you're farming your boots first and then moving it, you should actually be fine. Because he just needed that tiny ounce of damage and tiny ounce of movement speed to try to get out of the way of Fear's Battle Fury or Blade Fury. And it's actually rather significant amount of damage. 21 damage as opposed to 9 is actually a rather significant amount at this stage in the game. It would have secured him the kill on PPD, I think. Oh, he's gonna go straight in for Fear again, taking a few hits here. It's gonna back off. Does have the healing ward sitting inside the woods, so he should be fine. He's actually gone for the Ring of Asilius. He's probably gonna be turning that into a Ring of Aquila. I have not yet. Universe finding some stacks here in the Radiant Jungle. I'm not entirely sure he stacked those. Or, I think he actually stacked those himself. Or Aoi was in taking them because he knows that Puck can't do it. At this point. It is basically mostly the Tiny who might be able to take those, but as of right now, he's busy up on the middle lane. And amazing gold lead here from... Oh, Universe connecting with... Yes, sir. The Burrow Strike. Once again, I sound a bit one-sided there. That was not my intent. But yeah, the stun in from Universe. Absolutely amazing stun. Followed up by a perfectly timed Light Strike Array into the Dragon Slave. And no Shapak gone. That was limp. Seal Kid. Rotating around. They're really looking for something here, but they're just not... Fear and PPD are not letting them have it at this point, and Tiny finding some good farm mid has almost outlaned the Magnus. It's amazing that PPD or B-Rabbit has been able to catch up despite his one death. But as right now, Era and Hanskin taking that middle lane convincingly. Right now up in top lane, rotations have come out. They're hiding in the woods. Aoi 2000. They are smoking up, and Jonathan fan, he doesn't know. It's nighttime, so everything is fine, but I don't think that's the primary target. Now they're going to be going for Fear. Is he going to go down? No, he's going to get the Blade Fear off in time. Oh, PPD and Aoi now coming in. Universe as well with the rotation. That's Jonathan fan out for the count. He's going to try to rotate into the woods, but there's nothing he can do.
My goddess wished you dead.
Excuse me, I had to cough immediately as that fight broke out. That is my flu is not exactly with me on this one, but yeah. Fear did go down. It was for a both a kill onto Seal Kid and Mr. Jonathan fan. So EG still coming out on top, but a big blow to lose Fear.
Radiant's top tower is under
Universe now has his 7-minute blink dagger. That is rather impressive. Excuse me. 46 last hits in no time at all. Oh, faking the OIP here. Era, that could have been big. Now they're going to be rotating towards that top. I think they scouted out. Yep, Jonathan Van. It's not nighttime anymore, so he has to be very, very careful. Isn't exactly heavy on the move speed anymore. Does almost have darkness. So he is able to make it nighttime whenever he really feels like it. Yep, that's the Blade Fury stolen out by Seal Kid there. I don't think that was exactly what he was going for. but did find it nonetheless. It is rather efficient, especially if you try to get locked down by PPD, because there is a slight travel time for the projectile until he hit, and you can actually manage to pop Blade Fury before it hits. So it's not a bad pickup. It's like a little free BKB for the time being. Now down the bottom lane, Aoi and Universe, they're smoking up towards Limp. Oh, charging up, there it is, the Borer Strike onto Limp, and maybe a bit overkill out from Limp, but if we're going to be rotating up towards that top lane, Fear only going to be taking a bit of a beating there. A lot of the telekinesis, and I think Hans can actually secure himself another kill. Yes, he did. So we now have a killing spree on an IO. That's not exactly what you see, or something you see very often. That is rather impressive. Jesus. My throat is not exactly being corroborative today. There it is. That should help out a little bit.
Face it, you're a loser.
Oh, Fear. The trash talk coming up from Juggernaut. And he's slowly catching up on farm towards the Night Stalker. And seeing the fact that it's not nighttime anymore, and Fear is just starting to build up the damage, he should be more than eligible to. Or able to, as some would say. I'm just preferring to be fancy here. Throwing out words I don't even know what mean. I do know what eligible means, but trying for phrases I don't even know works. Universe was forced back there. Midas, 10-minute Midas now out from Tiny here. And he's going to try to catch up late game. This is going to be a very, very even late game if it actually goes to that, because you do have the Venge and the Lina really transitioning well in the late game. Plus the Juggernaut, obviously an amazing late game hero. But then again, you know, you do have the Night Stalker and the Tiny, who are incredible late game heroes. They're almost impossible to stop. I do think that maybe EG has the slight advantage because they have more heroes who transition better, and Sand King is not exactly bad late game either. Neither is the reverse polarity. That combo is gonna kick ass eventually. But then again, you know, if Rubik gets a good spell steal, maybe the RP or the epicenter. Oh, on middle lane, Mr. Universe. They got him. They got Gunnar, aka Joseph fan. Got the nice little stun in there and the swap out from Vengeful Spirit. I'm not even sure that was necessary, but maybe just to keep themselves out of harm's way, kind of rotate the fight back a bit. And PPD currently sitting on 301. Doing rather solidly as of right now. And Fear, he's got the Mask of Madness, or the Mask of Madness in the making. First, he's going to be able to buy himself a little ring of Aquila. Really only needs the lifesteal at this point, so he doesn't have to work tangos. Oh, Jesus, down on them. Down by the rune currently. B-Rabbit not having a good time on the Magnus. Still doesn't have, or still working his way towards the Blink Dagger. But then again, it's not easy once you've been killed like 3 times, like he has. He's basically been the scapegoat, but then again, that has created space for the Universe and the rest of the gang to farm up. Aoi?
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I'm not entirely sure what you would actually run the Lina as a support. And then have the core SK. Carrying this seems a bit counterintuitive, but then again, you know, if they believe it works, I'm not gonna second guess it. We got him in the top lane, Jonas Fan. He's trying to find a bit of farm here. Oh, the swapping for PPD. There's the stun. Fear. It's gonna get lifted, but Universe coming in with a beautiful epicenter. He's gonna be able to find that kill. Now the chase. It's only gonna be. You're only gonna need an Omni Slash. Oh, the creep bounce is rather unfortunate. He's unable to get out, but the reload kick coming in with a Tiny Era getting the stun off on Fear. Now Universe coming in again. He's going to get a stun on 3, but he might just die himself, and he will.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
PPD. Pretty much died immediately that fight. As soon as the rotations came in, he just dropped.
Under attack.
And Fear barely making it out. Actually, he's still getting chased by Jonas and Fan. You know, they did get the Rupik. Did they get the Night Stalker? Did he actually? I'm not seeing the fight recap, but I don't know if he bought back because that was a very, very low cooldown. Or respawn time. Now down the bottom lane, oh, Hanskin. He's got to watch out. He's sitting on 4 kills right now. He's actually worth a rather significant amount.
Dire's bottom tower is
Only
under
says
attack.
240, but I rather doubt it. Universe now rotating mid.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Picking out the Roche pit. As of right now, expecting them to be in there. They don't really have anything global to kind of sneak in there to try to see what's happening. Fear looks like he's going for a Yasha at this point.
Dire's top tower is
There's
under
both the
attack.
Yasha and the Diffusal Blade. I mean, as far as I know, I don't know if it actually breaks the tether
Dire's top tower
or
is
the
under
overcharge.
attack.
Excuse me. If it actually breaks the overcharge, I could see that that's the case.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
But I don't know. Not entirely positive. I would love to know though if that's actually what it's going for. Mr. Fear. It actually kind of looks like it rather than the Yasha that he's just going straight to Fusel. Could actually happen. Magnus, Mr. B Rapid now has the Blink Dagger up and going for him, so we might see some big RPs coming out here in not too long. Jonas and Fan actually taking plenty of hits here as he's going to drop back to base. Tiny currently leading on the last hit board as well as the farm board. How are we actually doing on the hero level? As of right now, EG, they're taking it on experience. Actually, they're not. I totally expect them to be doing that. Because if you look at it, you know, God, half of the EG squad about 2 levels ahead of the Night Stalker. But then again, you know, it's not by much now. Rotate down the bottom lane. Universe, you got caught out, my friend. Just gonna get lifted and gonna get completely ripped apart. Was the ulti used? Yes, I think Rubik was hoping for a bit more, but Universe managed to get the same still in order. That did create space top for Fear to take that top tower, so even more farm down his pocket. Has bought the Yasha for himself. It's a very rather good item. Gets Royce the Fusel Blade. Now be Rabbit. It's going to be taking a kill on Jonas and Fan. While Era and Hanskin, they're rotating mid and taking that middle tower to trade.
Dire's structures are fortified.
I think NIP are happy about that. Taking that mid lane tower, that's going to go down.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Ori has a 17-minute Aghanim Scepter. The GPM on this Tiny is amazing. Universe. Let's go now for that bottom lane. Might be looking to push it in this tower. It doesn't have a whole lot of health. It's 2 hit points outside of deny range.
Radiant's
And now it's
bottom
deniable.
tower is under attack.
By a rather large margin. And there it is.
Radiant's
Tiny coming in and
bottom
taking
tower
that.
has been denied.
As Fear, they might be going for those Roshan here. This ward should have scouted them out in the puck as well. They know. They're pinging it out, but are they going to be able to rotate fast enough? They got everybody down there. Tiny, they're able to relocate in. Oh, that's actually a rather big steal if you can get that onto the Tiny. The Empower stolen by Rubik. He's going to pop that onto. Nope, they're not going to be able to contest it in time. We're just deciding not to. There is, of course, the presence of B Rabbit with that beautiful reverse polarity, and Universe is now back in with the Epicenter. I don't think they knew it was off cooldown. Or on cooldown. When they were in the Roach Pit. They kind of just assumed that it was off. But yeah, Dust Out now from PPD probably looking for a bit of action here. Jonas and Fan is going to get his 18-minute Midas, his catch-up Midas. And they're going to look to drag this game out, and still not entirely positive on how good of an idea that is, but we'll see when I get around to it. As of right now, it might be the only shot. EG, that's not even any significant. Even 500 goal is nothing, so both teams neck and neck as of right now. And that's the medallion of Vengeful Spirit. That's going to work miracles up against this Night Stalker. Because, I mean, he gets tanky, but he doesn't have a whole lot of armor. Juggernaut sitting on a good old Manta style here. It's going to be going straight into that. It's going to work well up against, not exactly the Tiny, he's just going to remove him altogether, but up against somebody like Jonas and Fan, because his stun up point target, and that's not exactly what you want, or his slow and his, oh, Universe, missing Seal Kid with that burst strike, and now he's going to get tossed up, not even a chance to let go of his ultimate, he's going to get completely battered. Oh, the OP even committed for B-Rabbit. He's now just going to charge out. Oh, Jonas and Fan. He's actually just going to get tossed onto B-Rabbit. But not going to commit to it. What I was saying was that basically B-Rabbit, he missed a reverse polarity. Missed an OP. Now down the bottom lane. Hanskin has found Aoi. Jonas and Fan, he's going to be taking that kill. Disaster for EG here. Fear might get caught out as well. No, he's going to be taking one. He's actually taking out Tiny. That's a really big kill. Fear taking two. As he's just going to be on the cleanup crew. Hanskin now in trouble. Does he have to relocate? No, he has to tether. And they're not going to chase. But big turnaround for Fear. He had the Empower on him. Doing 600 crits. Just removed Rubik. Decimated him. Turned him into nothing, basically. That was impressive. But yeah, Fear keeping EG alive here, as it looked like a total disaster for him. Limb, now back in. Ready to go. Of course, Fear, he was able to be that aggressive with the Aegis of the Immortal. Rubik getting his hands on Triangle Boots. I have been accused of saying Triangle Boots. It's Triangle Boots. So correct me if I'm wrong. Mr. Magnus now has the Force Staff. And yeah, Fear, he's just working his way towards the next item. He's got 2.5k gold. In other words, way too much at this point in the game. And
Radiant's middle tower is
he's ready to rock and roll. That's the Mask of Madness. Doesn't even need the Manta style. Oh, they gotta get that last hit on it. Tiny, I think he's coming in for it. Tiny got the deny on the tower.
Has been denied.
But still puts NIP at a major disadvantage in terms of gold. Down about a bit more than a K. It doesn't really matter all that much if they get the two outside towers that they are lacking.
I'll take your tribute.
But still. Not exactly a good spot to be in. Fear. Clean up creeps here. Is sitting on 3.4. His farming speed is incredible. As of right now, Aoi actually getting a Yule Scepter now. That's going to be a big item for him. That's going to be able to disable the Tiny or the IO, depending on who they actually want to go on. They could just use the Tiny, focus down IO, make sure that that overcharge doesn't affect the Tiny, and just take it from there. And that is probably going to be your bottom tower fall. And as of right now, I think EG, they don't really care as much about that bottom tower and what's going to go anyway eventually. And they're not going to be taking a fight. Backing off and backing out, and Hanskin now sitting up with that Vladimir's offering, going to be helping out his tiny buddy here. As the BKB is going to come out on him, that's a big item for him. Of course, does not counter Fear's Omni Slash. which is basically a shame for him. Do you want to stump, fam? Let's got the face boots in order. I said that a while ago. He's actually going for an Aghanim Scepter. I'm just kidding. Not entirely sure what the Aghanim actually does to that ulti. I don't think we're gonna know. No, we aren't. We're not gonna know what that Aghanim Scepter does to the ulti. As far as I know, it makes it a larger duration, but that's also it. Oh, Limp finding B-Rabbit, BPD out with a perfect stun, but B-Rabbit unable to get anything off. Now it's PPD's turn. He did minus armor somebody, but that's pretty much only working to his disadvantage now. And 2 kills off from NIP. They're gonna be making their way down mid lane. Tiny. He's actually just gonna be cleaning up Ancients here. Where is he? Going back in. They see an opportunity to push up against Aoi, who's pretty much the only one just currently sitting there. Fair, he's up on top lane, working his way towards what looks like a Scotty, which is not half that bad, and they're going to be taking this tower, no problem at all, and going to be rotating their way towards Fear here. Pinging it out, he needs to get out. As of right now, Jonas and Fans, the only one there. He could actually just have jumped in and Omni slashed him. But Fear is going to be making it out, probably for the wiser, or the wiser choice in this case.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Not entirely sure what he's getting. There's the second ultimate orb, so he's very, very close. That's just an ancient stack away from being a Scotty. There's the Empower. Secure him that. Ah, PPD taking a little bit of that. That's the Scotty. That's gotta hurt. He is big and strong now. And he hasn't sported it yet, so they don't know. As the gem is also up on IO, gonna try to be doing a bit of dewarding there. And also up against the Sand King, it's rather efficient to have a gem on a hero who sits back like that. And there's even more gold riding on Hanskin right now. His death is gonna cost him so much.
Radiant's bottom tower is
if he dies. Fear taking down that bottom lane tower. Just gonna be a tower for a tower. Eventually, both teams will have to fight because this ratting cannot continue.
Bottom tower has fallen.
Are they gonna push in? The nighttime is gonna come on and they're gonna back off. That was probably just what they looked to force. Gem actually also on Night Stalker. He is the gem carrier. Hanska just gave it straight to him. Oh, yep. Pinging it out. Jonas and Fan knows.
The bounty which my matriarch will prize.
That is good old little jungle's getting farmed. No set of Ancients, it means I'm up in the top lane. Era and Hanskin are going to be working their way through this tower. Now the rotation is coming out, that is PPD. Gonna be standing up and saying, hey, this is my tower, you're not gonna hurt it. I'm gonna take your creep wave to hell. As Mr. Fear. Game slowly kind of calming down, not as intense as it usually casts, so it's been more difficult to keep it interesting. But nevertheless, we do have the Ogre Club on the back. This might be going straight for the BKB, I could imagine. Would be nice for him. We got disabled left or right in that last fight.
Double damage.
On the top lane, Hanskin. It's just gonna be chilling with Era here. It seems they're just kind of trying to find their bearings. Fury has about 2.3k gold. He is up about a 500 from a Tiny, and that's rather impressive considering the fact that it is a Tiny. He's out farming a Tiny with an Aghanim Scepter. It's actually rather impressive. 244 last hits in about 28 minutes. Roshan is not up again. That's not going to be up for another less than a minute. I'm with damage on Fear right now. It's amazing.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Top tower once again going to get tested. Is PPD going to be on the cleanup crew here? No, they're just gonna let him take it.
Top tower has fallen.
They're expecting the big fight right now. They don't really care too much about losing towers. They're gonna go for that rush and they're gonna go fight. They're ready for it. They're cleaning up camps.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
2.2k gold. Not entirely positive as to what he's gonna be going for. And EG just TPing out on the top lane. Hanskin, he's gonna get stunned mid-tether. This is a disaster for him. If they lose Hanskin, they lose a lot of gold, and he's gonna go down. B-Rabbit. Yep, he's gonna be there. Now down the bottom lane. Puck going down as well, and that's a lot of gold ending up in that Magnus. It's 500. It's gonna really contribute to his BKB fund. As Fear is not exactly picking him out. He doesn't know that Seal Kit is there. But it pushes him in a no, and 5.1k gold out from Fear, and buyback is only about 1k gold at this point, at least for him. So what is for other people? 800. It's about yeah, 1k. So he has plenty of room to work with to buy an item. Excuse my English. Apparently my brain just decided not to word today, so. Got another Roche attempt here. This one should be fairly quick. And it is definitely gonna be. Not even the entire team in the Roche pit, just spear bashing away at him. It's gonna be a Roche gone. Scouted out by your good old little Mr. Puck. Ancients also dropped. So right now, Fear, holy hell, what is his GPM? That's almost 700. That is insane. Gonna get the butterfly. It's done. It's done for him, and he's just gonna overrule to say, alright, Universe, you had your fun. This is my butterfly. I need it. We're gonna go win now. And that is sure as hell the intent. Leading the charge down the middle lane is Mr. Fear. Critting for way more than is actually legal. Now Tiny has the AC on himself. It's looking rather solid on farm. It's the butterfly. Fear just gonna knock. They're gonna take that tower. Are they gonna continue to push? Looks like they might actually. They still got the Aegis on Fear. Still. They have an Aegis on Fear. So he could just charge head first. Just screw his little head off. Just run in. Once he dies, pop it back on again and actually start playing Dota.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Looks like they will do just that, or at least clean up the wave. Have the wave to follow, and he's just gonna go straight in for the tower. Oh, the swap out on the Tiny if they get him at first. Actually gonna maybe get Hanskin first. Now the Lino, he's gonna let go. He's gonna get him. Fear just gonna continue to pounce away on the tower here. And it's gone. Era, he's not gonna be back up. I don't even think he has buyback. No, he doesn't. This is a disaster for NIP. If they lose it now, that is gotta be super awful for him. And EG immediately rotating bottom lane, punishing the fact that there is no Tiny for a good long duration here. Fear working his way through that tower so quickly. Also, once again, a 2.7k gold. Oh, Universe now going in. It's going to get lifted. RP from Magnus on the 2. There's the skewer back. BKB pop by Nightstalker. Now he's going to pop Nighttime as well, but that doesn't protect him from right-click damage. He's almost going to go down. Universe going to take that kill. And Puck. I think this might be over at 32 minutes. EG. Working the way top. They're even going to smoke for it.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
They're even going to smoke up towards that top lane. Era is now back in, but he's missing 2 heroes. And if they can get Megas now, that's devastating. 33 minutes, Spear. 4.5 ridiculous K gold.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And they're going to be going straight for that top tower. Aegis reclaimed in about 2 minutes. Gotta let it go. Oh, Rabbit gonna be missing, but Puck is used outside. It's gonna go for the phase shift. Universe actually letting an ulti go. Inside of their PPD now gonna get lifted, and it's gonna get dropped. Now Era gonna go toe to toe with Fear. He's surviving in there exactly as planned. Now Era, he's gonna get stunned up as well. Owie gonna be taking those top racks. Universe gonna try to make it back out. Fear. He's taking a lot of damage here. And now he's gonna let the Omni Slash go. They're gonna try to shear Jonathan Fan, eating him a little bit. But Fear, he's just doing too much damage, and that's only the Aegis. It's only the Aegis that's gonna go now. Toss out from Era. If you go down a second time, it could be a disaster for him. Universe is gonna try to stall him just up a little bit. Rabbit coming in with the skewer. Puck just juking for. Just trying to juke out on the way, and that's the first wave of megas we're seeing here. GG out from NIP. They don't want to. They can't take it. That was too much. That was game 2 of a very, very entertaining series. I do excuse my my rustiness in terms of casting and my voice. I'm still a little bit sick, but I'm not gonna try to put too much pressure on that. But absolutely incredible game coming out from EG, especially Fear. Holy hell, 803 last hits, or not 803, excuse me, grain of salt. 307 last hits, 803 gold per minute. That is incredible. That is such quick farm. But nevertheless, that's pretty much all that I had for you today. I'm going to be back tomorrow, hopefully with some more stuff, and see you all next time. Bye-bye.